Hello, I'm Victoria Seed and I am coming to you live today from the Vesta Approach in Manchester in the UK. I help individuals and families who are affected by either their own or a loved one's alcohol and drug use, and sometimes gambling as well. I wanted to come on today for this 10 at 11. I'm conscious it's not Wednesday because I normally do these on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock, but I didn't think you'd mind. I'm just going to check that I am actually live on my phone. And then we're going to get going because today we are talking about, I'm just going to get it up for you. 6 steps to your family recovery pathway. So let's pop it on the screen there for you so you know what we're talking about. Let me see. Yeah, I can see myself there. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to stay in touch with me, please comment on this. Or you can just drop me an email, have a look at my website over here at vestaapproach.co.uk/blog. And what I'm going to be doing today, actually, if you want to open that up, is I'm going to be talking you through a blog that I wrote last week all about the family recovery pathway that I use in my practice with my clients. I'm actually going to share this screen. Let's have a look here, and I'm going to remove some of this branding because you can't see everything. Let me see. Okay, that's better. Let's try it like that. All right. So yeah, I'm going to talk you through this today. So let's have a look. This is a pathway to family recovery that I use in all of my practice. So as you can see, we've got some different aspects to it there. So we've got you, because you are the most important person on your family recovery journey. Nearly all of my clients are affected family members, friends, or partners who are living with a loved one's alcohol or drug use. So the most important person in the family recovery pathway is my client, is you, is the affected family member. And then we also focus on the family. So what is the impact on the family? What is the impact on the children? You know, how can you as a person support that family? Is there any other support that you or the family members need? And then, of course, it's knowledge. And knowledge of alcohol and drug use, knowledge of addiction, dependency, and recovery, because there's a lot of information out there that can be quite overwhelming. So it's about understanding the facts, and you know how substance use actually impacts on an individual and the wider family, and what we can actually do about it, the elements of that we can control and those that we can't. And also then a massive part of the work I do is around skills and teaching skills and strategies to cope, to reduce stress, and create a better life for my client and their family. But also these skills teach my clients to have the best chance possible to encourage a loved one to access treatment or invite them into treatment. There's a lot of services out there like interventions and stuff like that that are not for me personally, but they might be for you. But in my opinion, they do force people into treatment. Some of those models, not all of them. So my work actually works to create an environment so that your communication with your loved one is improving, and so that they feel like they are ready for treatment. And usually about 3/4 of the clients that I work with, their loved ones do end up asking for help as a result of the work I do. And I don't even meet the person that's using substances a lot of that time. So through this type of work, it really, really does have an impact just by the family member, friend, or partner getting their own help, you know, and focusing on themselves. Then we talk about health. Health is massive, you know, but they say around 70% of people in drug treatment services, drug and alcohol treatment services, have mental health issues as well. I personally think it's probably higher than that. And then there's trauma and things like that that sometimes aren't at the surface of our day-to-day life. We might not actually be aware of it. We talk a lot about health as well, and improving the health of my clients who have usually experienced problems with sleep, not putting themselves first, not being able to go out to exercise classes like they used to because they're worried about their loved one. And there's lots and lots of other things we do there. And also around purpose. So what is your sense of purpose? As somebody in your household, what are your roles? So let's have a look at what I've said about those aspects to the pathway then. So you are the most important person in family recovery. The focus of recovery needs to be on the person getting the help, not the person using the substance. So most of my clients, like I say, are the family members, and therefore the focus needs to be on them. So we still, although we talk about your loved one's substance use, we don't focus on that. We've got to focus on you, the impact on you, on what you can do, what you are in control of to change your life, because we can't control anyone else. It's important to reflect on how your loved one's alcohol and drug use has affected you, but you can't control that. So what we want to focus on are the things that you can control and change, which is you, your choices, your boundaries, how you choose to communicate. It's not that easy to refocus on yourself, but with help and support, you can actually do that. In terms of family, it's where we can focus on the impact of the family, including children, and start looking to create some changes, because this is something that family members can do. It's easy to allow your loved one's addiction to take over everything, but you can make a decision. Are you going to try and live your life regardless of the choices your loved one makes? Or are you going to put your own needs first, or those of your children? Because our children's needs should be paramount, shouldn't they? Even above our own. Are there any ways you can continue with family life even if your loved one is intoxicated? And yeah, there are ways to do that. If your loved one chooses to get intoxicated and you choose to keep them in your life or in your home or whatever, you can navigate yourself a way around that to minimize the stress for you. There are some tips in the blog there for each of these points on the pathway. So have a look at those, get a journal, write down your thoughts. And then knowledge involves sharing and learning the facts around substance use, around the support that is out there, about research and key information about specific substances. We need to have reliable sources for information. So if you want to know about a particular substance, have a look at the drug science website. If you want to find out about whether there is any face-to-face or online family support in your area, have a look at AdFam, or contact your local recovery service and ask them what they provide. You can do that by Googling drug and alcohol service or addiction recovery service, or whatever you want to put in Google, and the area in which you live, and that will come up on Google. Give them a ring, ask them if they offer any family support, because most of them do. They should be doing. Okay, so go and check these sources. And then in terms of skills, I've already said really that the strategies I teach can influence a change in a loved one's drug or alcohol using behaviour, but most of all, it helps my clients to change their lives. So here's a lowdown. I can help you understand recovery, set healthy boundaries and stick to them, because we've got to implement these things. Reward your loved one when they're sober so that they want to be sober more of the time. Communicate without there being crisis and kick-offs and anger, because that only fuels a fire in terms of having a reason to go and use a substance. Help without enabling. So we really pinpoint those behaviors, which of those are actually helpful, which of those are going to influence a change in your loved one, or which of those are actually making it easier for them to carry on their substance use. And it's not about me telling you what to change, it's actually about me and my clients deciding which of those enabling behaviors feel safe to stop. People generally don't stop all of them, but even if we stop some of those that are having the biggest influence, then that's great. And then we focus on withdrawing when your loved one's intoxicated, so not getting entangled in the intoxication or the chaos surrounding it, distancing yourself from it and saying that belongs to you. So again, it's part of your boundary setting, but I help with all of these things. And then health is where we focus on, let's have a look. Where's it gone? It's disappeared. Yeah, we focus on the basic needs that most people are unable to do. So we've got drinking water, sleeping, eating healthily. The sleep hygiene is really important, because without that, we can't function on other things, particularly if we're stressed. Relaxation, having time to yourself socially. I think we all struggle with this, don't we? And just having somebody to coach you through that is really, really good. There's also the, mental, physical, and spiritual health. We have an opportunity here to do the groundwork to build resilience, because if you have those three things right, not right as in you don't have any issues with health, because most people do have some, but it's about managing that, or getting the appropriate help and support to help with that as well. And then purpose is where we look at the roles and purpose in life. It can get forgotten because we lose ourselves, don't we? We might not be able to excel at work because we're constantly worrying about our loved one. So so you can see on the diagram, that's how it all works and connects. And there's community in the middle there, because my goal is to create a community of women in particular who are living their lives regardless of their loved one's addiction. And that's something that I'm going to be working on a lot this year. So I'm just going to have a look back over here and see if we've got any comments. I know the time's very different, so if you do have any comments, thoughts, feelings, or reflections to pop into there, then please pop them in. You can also contact me on victoria@vestaapproach.co.uk. And if you want a freebie, head over to vestaapproach.co.uk/freebie, and you will get my 10 top tips to family recovery. All right, I'm going to go. So we'll see you later. Bye.